It's Jocelyn. So I tried to record this video out on my patio, but it didn't work out too good. The bugs started attacking me, we squared up, and shit just got real. So I came back in the house. But I want to tell you guys about my experience with moving from Maryland to Charlotte. I want to start off by giving back home a shout out. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore, DC, the whole DMV. I love you guys. But now I'm a Charlotte person. Ta-ding. So I've been to Charlotte one time before me moving here, and it was like over 8 years ago before I just picked up and left. I've only been here one time, and it was for an event with ACN. When I was in ACN, we came out here to meet Donald Trump. This is his place. He loves it here. Anyway, but he was like one of the investors of the company I was working with. Anyway, from then, I think it was like some Super Bowl season. I just love the energy. Charlotte just had uplifting, family-oriented energy. I love the riding past, seeing horses, seeing cows. I like the countryside of things. I just loved it. It was good energy or whatever. And now that I'm here, because it's different from going to visit and living somewhere. And honestly, I still love it. It's not like I regret it or anything. I think I want to experience more places, honestly. But I love it here or whatever. So the reason I left Maryland, it became very, very the norm to me. I feel like I outgrew my space. I outgrew the people around me. I was under, and I want to be very, very honest, I was under a lot of spiritual attacks. And that comes with, um, how can I put it? It comes with my line of work. It comes with my personality. It comes with it. You can't avoid it. When you are of personality and your aura is huge, you will get those attacks. But my attacks became like, it was like behind each other, like back to back, back to back. And now that I'm in Charlotte, it doesn't stop. I still get attacked spiritually, but it's on a different level where I can control it more, and it's not people I actually love and really thought was my friends or people I care about. It's not. It's like expected type shit. So I was like, cool. But the spiritual attacks I survived, it was really, really, really hard. I fell into a deep depression before moving here, and it was like at my breaking point. I was like, okay, I gotta do something. I stopped paying my bills. I probably was in like 4 months, 4 to 5 months. I was like, you do the math, that's like 5,000 some dollars. I didn't give a fuck. I could have saved it. I could have saved my place. I could have survived. Trust me, I could have. I'm a finesser. Trust me, I could have survived. I could have stayed there, but I chose to let it go. I wanted something new, something fresh. I got tired of the same old, same old. I got tired of the same attacks. I got tired of people sending people at me. I had people sending people at me, trying to make it seem like they liked me or they cared about me, or all along they just heard my name from somebody else and they wanted to experience me. They wanted my energy. They wanted to just get around me. They were just a lot of con artists, a lot of people that was listening to he say, she say, not genuine people or whatever. So I dealt with a lot of that. I dealt with a lot of betrayal from people I thought were my friends, people I've put my life on the line for, people I fought for, people I stood up for. And it just really affected me. That last year I was living in Maryland, it affected me so bad to the point I just stopped doing everything. I wouldn't even leave out the house. I would be in the bed all day, and it was my norm because I'm a hermit at heart. I'm a Virgo. Rising Libra. I'm a hermit anyway, and I like to stay to myself, but it became like a different type of charge up. Like, I knew I was preparing for something way larger on a different scale. Um, yeah, so basically, I lost all my friends, and it wasn't a loss because I gained a lot of myself back. But I let go a lot of my friends. I let go a lot of my old habits, and people relying on me. And some people were telling the truth about my struggles and just telling my business. Just was being really really petty, so their truths wouldn't come out. But I've never been the type of person to expose people unless I had to defend myself. But yeah, a lot of people were very, very fake towards me and very mean to me, and they still are. They still are. I had my friends, my old friends, having their friends coming on my page, gang stalking me, looking at my stuff, trying to see where they can pick an argument. Like, it was just a lot of drama, and I'm the type of person is I don't like drama. I don't like fighting. I don't like those things because I know how dark I can get, and I take things too far, and I'd probably be in prison. So I don't want to go to jail because I got my children that's dependent on me. So I chose, and God chose to move me, and through my depression, I prayed a lot. I talked to God a lot. I talked to Source, and for me, God is Source. I will say I'm more spiritual than religious. I'm not religious at all. I'm very spiritual, and I'm very connected and around, and I believe what you do to others will be done back to you. So I try to live by that, and even through adversity still try to give grace, because I've seen the things that happen to people that go against me, and I don't like it. So I picked up and moved. I let my bills overflow. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't tell anybody. So in the middle of the night, before my eviction day, I packed up all my stuff. Nobody really knew besides the kids in the neighborhood. The kids in the neighborhood, shout out to y'all in Columbia, Maryland. They held me down. Like, when I tell y'all, I had a whole bunch of kids running behind my car with my kids. They were their friends or whatever. I have a teenage daughter, and I have a son that's a preteen, and all their friends. We had the water guns. I gave them TVs. I gave out mirrors. I gave everything away. Like, when God is going to bless you with something bigger, you got to let everything go. And that's exactly what I did. And I didn't know where I was moving when I left. I knew that I was going to Salem, North Carolina to visit my cousin. And even with that situation, it was just thrown on my cousin because she didn't really know what was the ins and outs of things. But I felt like my attacks were so heavy. I felt like something was trying to kill me. Like, I felt like the people I was around was trying to really kill me. Like, it was too heavy. It was too intense. It was too calculated on other people's, like, the things people were doing. It was really, really, it was dark, and I had to get away. I had to get away from it and I had to be quiet in the midst of it because I didn't want, one, to lose my temper, two, to lose my future because I was around a lot of dangerous people. I grew up in Baltimore. I always lived in the county, but I always was a city girl. Even when I grew up in DC too, in Northeast, that's the city. Like, I've always been a city girl. I've always been in the immediate city. Even when I was younger, my mom wouldn't know, but I'd be in the city. While I said I'm outside, I'm down on North Avenue or Bruce Street or on Bentlow having a time, honey. Okay, so I just had a lot of free time to do what I want. I didn't have anybody to really be on my back about stuff. So I say all that to say, when the kids helped me move, they helped me throw all my stuff away. I didn't want nothing. I packed everything in my car. My car is not that big, and I drove 6 hours straight. I drove through dark ass roads to Salem, North Carolina. I was scared. I had to pull over like twice because I was tired and sleepy as shit. But I knew like my children were with me, and I had to survive with them, and I had to survive. I just had to. Like, I never in my life experienced anything like that, and I don't recommend anybody do anything like that unless they're like really under attack. And I felt like I was literally fighting for my life and fighting for me to continue to be in my children's lives because the attacks were so strong. And I'll do another video on that separately about the attacks. They were too strong, and I had to get away. Something in my spirit was telling me to go. I'm a clairvoyant. I'm very in touch, very connected. I know when danger is near, and I know when to be quiet and to move certain ways. And it was just too much. So I drove that night. My cousin stayed up. I worried my cousin that night. She stayed up most of the night. You know, I got there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I had finally got to Salem. And when I got there, I slept the day. We ate, you know, and I explained to them what was going on and how I felt. In those 3 weeks, because it took me 3 weeks to get my apartment, and it would have took me sooner, but I got denied for the place I'm in right now. I got denied, but I kept fighting, and I cleared up what I needed to clear up, and I ended up getting my place. I moved here in March. I moved in March or whatever. So it took me 3 weeks. Really, I was going for 2, but it took me 3, and it was cool because I knew it was the purpose behind everything, and I knew God was with me. I knew my spiritual team was with me, my ancestors that are for me. I knew they were fighting with me. I knew I wasn't alone. It may have felt like I was alone. People were judging me. People were making up lies. People were making it seem like I got evicted. I made my choice on my own. Granted, there was an eviction notice in place, but I could have fought that. I could have stayed there. Literally, I could have stayed there. That would have been a piece of cake for me to stay there, but I had no more fight in me. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be around the people I was around. I didn't want to endure any more pain or any more deceit, because it was a lot of deceit. Got to Salem. I put in work for 3 weeks. I homeschooled my children. I finally got my place. Got a few jobs. Got to hustling. You know, still hustling to this day. It wasn't easy. And I want to say the most important part in my journey is like in those 3 weeks I was going to church. My family's seven-day Adventist, and I found a 7-day Adventist church that was really amazing, and it really helped me through it. My cousin's daughter really helped me through it. Being around her, she's just like a real pure soul. She was just like my little friend. I miss her. She helped me push through. A little baby helped me push through. You know. It was dark times. I found myself, I was smoking weed a lot to get through that, you know, situation. I smoked a lot to get through that because it was like a mental thing. It was hard because I knew, nobody knew, but I knew I was fighting for my life. I knew I was around dangerous people that wanted my light and people that wanted to sacrifice me. And I'm still up against those people, and more importantly, I'm up against myself because I have to fight that every day, and I gotta stay alert and keep my eyes on it because I know they still want my soul because it's pure. When darkness sees pure souls, they want to attach themselves to you, and that's something I experienced, and that's another reason why I put this on my neck. And what people don't know, tattoos, that what you put on your skin really means a lot, and it can sometimes protect you if you put the right things on your skin. So I know that I'm protected, but I know I still can be touched, and I know a lot of people still envy me. And it's not even about what I have because I don't have much, but it's about my personality and my aura. A lot of people don't carry it. So I'm a target, a huge target, especially when I get all done up and do my thing and my personality. I'm a target, and I've learned that, and my skin has gotten a lot tougher since this whole process. But I cried a lot. Um, it was a huge transition. I'm still going through it. It's still hard for me. Um, I'm away from my mom. Me and my mom don't have the best relationship, but we still have that loyalty where we still love each other, and we hold shit down for one another when we can. And I know that my mom, I know I'm her problem child, but she still got my back. And it's hard being away from her cooking. It's hard being away from her. I don't talk to any of my brothers. We fell out. I fell out with a lot of my friends and my family, and I fell out with a lot of my family because I felt like, me personally, I felt like they didn't protect me when I needed protection, and when I cried out, they didn't believe me, and it was triggering from even a child because when I cry out, nobody listens. It's like I'm beating on a dead, like I'm in a bubble and nobody hears me, and but they're right there, and that's triggering. I have to heal from that, and I gotta forgive not only people that aren't sorry, but I have to forgive myself for holding them so responsible for things that they just are blind to, because not a lot of people are awakened. Um, and I have to forgive myself for a lot of the people I let in and especially men, I let in and I let around me and took advantage. I have to forgive myself for those things, and I did not feel like I could do that healing in the spot I was. I was around a lot of oppositions. I was around people that was trying to set me up, telling lies on me to make me look a certain type of way, sabotaging me, taking bad pictures of me, posting, like just doing sneaky shit that I didn't agree to. Um, I was I was around a lot of attacks, and it was from the people I loved the most, people I would fight for, people I would go to bat for, people I broke bread for, and sometimes would feed before I even feed myself. So it was hurtful, but it helped me toughen up my skin. It helped me realize who I am and the power I hold, and yeah. So my move to Charlotte was worth it, but it won't be my last move because I feel like after Charlotte, I'm trying to go to another country. Like, I need to experience more. That's where I'm at right now. I just want to experience more. And yeah, I want to experience more. So that's a little bit about my story. Um, I'm still hanging in there. I'm still fighting. And to anyone that ever experienced anything that I'm saying, I send my love and my prayers to you, and just fight and stay alert and know when danger is around, and don't give up, and don't let them win. Don't let them win. And if your mental isn't strong enough, they'll beat you. You have to have a strong mental. Um, yeah. So I send my love. That's a little bit about my Charlotte move.